From Pure Sports, swing for the fences. I'm Holden. I got AP with us. I'm sure I'll call him Hoop 8 times today. And then Titletown, sitting down there with the glasses on. What's up there, Title?
Oh, just excited. Been digging in the slate all day. We have the Draftkings live final today, or not live final, but the final with a 500K up top. We have a member, Davey G, in it. So I've been grinding all day, even a little extra for him, and I'll be sweating it out with him tonight. I mean, a big day could be a huge day for RPS and everyone else. I mean, yesterday was great for MLB. Got NFL on Sundays. We got MMA tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be a great week, and I'm excited. AP, and it's my first show with AP as well. Can't forget that. So yeah. I've done it pretty much with everyone else but AP. So it's going to be a good day, and I love his background with Coors.
AP, so how are you handling all this? We got like 24 sports going on. It's so much fun. NFL season is taking so much time, but I'm still grinding baseball. You're still doing it too. I mean, what are you doing here? Like all NFL, all baseball? How many sports are you playing right now?
I mean, all of them. You just, you block schedule it out. You set an hour up and you study one sport. You set another hour up, you study another sport. So, but yeah, it's kind of tough. At least NBA's died down. NBA is one of my main sports. I love MLB, love NFL, obviously. And we got tonight's slate looks good, boys, and we need to do good for Davey. We need to get him a win. So, or help him in some way, shape, or form. That's what we need to do tonight.
All right, hit the like button. If you get to 100 today, run Pure Sports gear. Hit the like button and do it. So, AP, let's start with you here on the pitching side. We got some top shelf pitching. Greinke's on the mound tonight. He's 10-1 on Draftkings. Max Fried, he's back right behind him. And then we see Tyler Glasnow at 9-7. Love the Glasnow tonight. Zach Gallen, Kyle Hendricks. That's from the 10K to the 9K tier. Who are you picking out of that spot?
Yeah, I have to go with Glasnow. I just, his price is really nice. I think he has the most upside on the slate. And he's cheaper than Fried and the other guy that you mentioned, Greinke. And so, yeah, I think he's clearly the top option, up top. Great matchup. Man, and this guy, I mean, he's throwing so many strikes this year. Like this dude is just, pounding the zone. So you got to love that against an Orioles team that loves to strike out. They can pop off occasionally. And Glasnow, he can give up a home run, but he's still going to do us good for sure.
Title, where are we going at the top tonight? First of all, you know what? Because you're the cash guy. What's the build? Like, are you going up top pitcher again, or you got some? It's got to be Glasnow. And then where are you going?
Well, that's a site dependent question for me. So on DraftKings, Glasnow is clearly my favorite. I agree with AP, and he has the most upside against the Orioles. So right, I mean, his price isn't too high as well. You get a little discount from Greinke, and he's just a better play than Greinke. So I'm locking and loading Glasnow in all formats. SP2 is a little more of a question. The two guys I'm debating between are Chris Paddock and Zach Plesac. I'm leaning Plesac right now for the 300 difference against Detroit. It's always the team I want to target. Detroit has been so bad. We just saw Bieber have a great performance yesterday until I don't know if you guys saw it, but he asked coach came out and was going to pull him, and Bieber talked his way out of it to face one more batter with 2 outs, and he let up a 3-run homer, which sucked. But great performance. I love picking on Detroit. So I'm leaning Plesac right now as SP2, but Paddock is in question. But on FanDuel, it's a whole different ball game. And Adrian Hauser at 5.7K is my favorite in cash. And why is that? It's the Royals. They're bad. But man, my priority on the slate is Coors, and it's the Dodgers. An 8 implied total. I don't know the last time we've seen an implied total over 8. So I want all the Dodgers I can get in both of my lineups. On DraftKings, I don't want to punt with Hauser. He's priced a little up, and I feel safer with Plesac and Glasnow. But I'm fine going all the way down on FanDuel and getting all the Yankees and Dodgers bets as I can. So I'm Hauser over there.
I feel like I need to mention the weather tonight, and it's not rain, it's wind. Like, we got 15-mile-an-hour winds blowing in at Wrigley. So, I mean, I have a hard time playing any bats in that game. Maybe it does something with Hendricks. You tell me. Tampa Bay, Baltimore, we got a dozen miles an hour with the winds there. We got a lot of winds just hovering around 10 miles an hour blowing in at a lot of these places. So that's interesting. And then Detroit's got an 11-mile-an-hour wind blowing out. Lots of wind tonight. AP, if we are going way down, do you have any interest there?
I do. I have a lot of interest in one guy by the name of Yusei Kikuchi, I think I got that right.
Good, Kikuchi.
Yeah, so if you look at the Padres, they've been crushing right-handed pitching. They've not been doing too well. They've been striking out a lot against left-handed pitching. Kikuchi, he did mow him down earlier in the year. It's been a little while since he's faced them, and so I'm going right back to him because I think you need a cheap pitcher if you want to get exposure to Coors and if you want to get exposure to the Yankees bats tonight. So he's my favorite down below. I did have one other guy. Let me. It's kind of messy down below. The other guy I was looking at was like Jordan Montgomery, the Yankees pitcher. Yeah. And it's just basically betting on the Red Sox doing what they have been doing, which is not a lot. So those are the two guys I like down below. I definitely think you need to spend up with one of the pitchers tonight with Glasnow or, Paddock or Plesac. I definitely think you need one of them.
Montgomery's interesting, man, because he had 9 Ks in 5 2/3 against the Orioles. It's the third time he's going to face the Red Sox now. I think that's an interesting play there in a GPP. Title, did we miss anybody here? Are we ready to go to offense? Who'd we miss?
So we didn't really. I'll name out a couple guys in tournaments, but I'm really going to be Glasnow, Plesac, and Paddock, and really keep it there on DraftKings. But a couple guys I will mention: Rich Hill. He's cheap. He's in that Chicago wind as you were talking about. That's pretty much as cheap as I would go. He's 7.6K on DraftKings. You can do worse. So it's just a play just because of pricing, just to get more Dodgers bats. But I really like Glasnow, Plesac, and Paddock more. So I'm not going to waste too much time on other guys.
Keep Title's core. That's it. Make it simple, man. All right, let's get to these offenses here, and we'll start with the White Sox and the Reds tonight. The Reds are throwing out there Tyler Mahle, and he gets to go up against this awesome offense right now. Now, Mahle lasted just 2 innings in his last start, but you know what? He's a damn good pitcher. We've seen him strike out 10 and 11 in 2 of his last 4 starts. He's going up against the Sox on the other side, Cincinnati. I don't know what to expect from Jonathan Stever, to tell you the truth. I don't know. He had 1 start in the majors, 3 2/3 innings. I don't see him being a big. Listen, he had 3 strikeouts in a couple innings. I don't know. I don't know how to attack this Title with the Reds tonight.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just start with White Sox quick. I don't have too much interest in them except Nick Madrigal. How do you pronounce that name? Madrigal. Second base is by far the weakest position on the slate. He's leading off and he's 2.7K and gets me expensive Dodgers that I want. So he's the one guy that I'm fine plugging in on the White Sox. Not necessarily expecting really big things, but he just makes your lineup work at a really weak position. So I like him on the White Sox. And then a guy on the Reds that I like a lot that I know AP is high on, he'll talk more about, but Shogo, 2.4K on DraftKings in the 1 hole. The one bad thing is he has only outfield eligibility, and there are players that we want from Dodgers and other games in the outfield, but he makes everything work at 2.4K. If you plug in 2.4K Shogo and then 2.7K lead off on the White Sox, you're able to play a bunch of those Dodgers, and that's the main thing I want. So those are the 2 guys I'm really only interested in this game because it's going to be all Dodgers for me as much as I can, but those are 2 very good values on the slate.
Dude, these dudes just crush. They lead in hits, runs, slugging percentage. They're going up against. This is nice, man. This is good stuff. And then Stever, I'm just doing a little more research on him. The guy that battled control issues in the minors, but last year kind of cleaned it up. And the Reds have not done too much against these rookie pitchers. 6 times they faced them. They've scored 11 runs in 26 innings on that other side. AP, any interest on either side here?
Yeah, like one thing with the White Sox, I mean, this pitcher, yeah, he's had some bright spots on the year, but he gives up a ton of fly balls. I don't hate the idea of getting like a one-off or two from the White Sox. The guys I would target is Abreu and Eloy Jimenez. They just, they're two of the guys that could definitely, like one of them, maybe both, are going to hit a home run tonight. They typically do. So, like in tournaments, I would go that route just because I think the Yankees and the Dodgers are safer. But what I like doing too with the Reds is doing a little 9-1 mini wrap with Shogo and Tucker Barnhart. Just because Tucker, he always has that home run upside, especially when he's facing a righty. This guy's one of their prospects. Reports like were coming out that he was like super nervous in his last start, and the Tigers, I think it was against Detroit. So like perfect matchup. He should have just had a nice first career start, and he struggled against them. So I don't want to waste too much or sacrifice too much salary with the Reds, and so I don't mind Shogo and Barnhart just as salary relief, and that's kind of where I'm at.
All right, very good, guys. Let's move on to the next game here. Cleveland and Detroit. Told you a little bit of wind going on with the Tigers. They're going to take on Plesac, the Cleveland side of things. I mean, we love this gas can right here, Philip Fulmer. What happened to this guy? I mean, he used to be okay. He's not even getting out of the second or out of the third inning anymore. He's just getting trashed every single start. It's absolutely amazing how bad he is. So, the title, can I sell you on a little Indians here with the wind blowing out tonight, or is this a fade?
The thing is, the Indian bats I want is Lindor and Ramirez, and I'm not paying up for anyone but the Dodgers today. That's just how the slate is. They're great tournament pivots with reduced ownership for sure, and the wind blowing out does help, but the Dodgers are in the best spot of any team that we've seen probably all year. It's that good, and I can't avoid it. So I can't pay up for any other guys except them. The one guy I will mention, Carlos Santana, 3.5K. He's always been priced there. He hasn't done too much recently. It is a first base position where you can get Max Muncy and Cody Bellinger. So he will be lower owned, but 3.5K in the 4-hole and a good bat. So you can make a case to go there, but otherwise I can't pay up for Lindor, Ramirez over Betts, Bellinger, and them.
AP, here we go. The Big T special right now. Tyler Naquin against Michael Fulmer. 2.5 on DK, 2.7 on FanDuel. Lock and load, baby.
Yeah, I'm actually, as I'm doing this, I'm almost rethinking Shogo because a guy like Naquin can get you some more upside against this guy. That's just so like there are three just incredibly elite spots tonight, and this is one of them, the Yankees and the Dodgers, which we'll talk about. But man, yeah, I think as I'm rethinking things, and I would say the Reds against this prospect and Stever, but I got an interest in the Indians, and just looking at pricing, and finally, as when I first looked at this, the orders weren't out, and Naquin 2.5K, Luplo 2.4. There's some viable bunts in this lineup. And I think this is going to be like the Yankees are an obvious spot. The Dodgers are an obvious spot. In tournaments, if you want to get a little bit different and you want some leverage, definitely stack up the Yankees. I think any of these bats, 1 through 7, are definitely in play. Even Perez, too, number 8. The Shields, you need him to get on base and you need him to get steals. So I think a stack's in play for sure.
I'm thinking this Cleveland stack is kind of sexy, man, because they're going up against Fulmer. And Joey Works from the bet side's in here. Come on, Joey Works. Maybe Cleveland first 5. It's probably minus 2,000. But
the only thing is it's going to be kind of chilly there. It's 50 degrees. So I mean.
All right, but listen, Fulmer gave up 8 runs in 5 2/3 innings in 2 starts against the Indians. Like, this guy stinks. I don't know what the hell happened to him, but he's not good. Hit the like button, people. I mean, this is ridiculous. What do we got? Not even a quarter. Like, come on. Hit the
We
like
got
button.
177 watching on a nice Friday night, a great slate of baseball, and not enough likes. I also see Joey Work in the chat, but I also see Uncle T in the chat.
Uncle T's here?
Huge showdown win yesterday, $3,000 splitting first. That was awesome to see. So got to give some props to the new showdown goat. Maybe, I don't know. Uncle T might be passing.
Yeah, Big T isn't even the best showdown player in his family anymore. This is amazing how quickly things change. You know, we overreact to things in week 1 of the NFL. I am not overreacting here with Uncle T. He is the showdown king. Did we do the show yesterday, Tito? It was me and you, right, with Mangone?
Yep.
I wonder if Uncle T watched that or he just went right off the sheet.
No, we were talking. Uncle T said he went with his gut yesterday. He was doing it. I mean, he might have watched a little because we had Nick Chubb, too, as the captain that we all liked as well. Yeah. I think Big T did as well, but – yeah, I think he did some of his own stuff, looked at some stuff, and, hey, hit the nuts. So congrats to Uncle T. That was a nice win.
It's only 135 for Cleveland in the first. Might have to get on that here pretty soon. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Minus 0.5, yeah.
All right, we got Atlanta and the Mets. So what are we doing here? We got, oh, boy, Acuna, Freeman. I just love watching these guys go. And Steven Matz is coming back, the lefty. So we know we got some guys that hit lefties over there. I'm just shutting down on the Mets. Max Fried's a legit ace. This guy is awesome, AP. Real quick thoughts on the Mets. What do we do with the Braves tonight? Is it sneaky or is it a fade?
Yeah, like the Braves, they just haven't been good against left-handed pitching this year, except for Ozuna and Duvall. Those two guys have been hitting them pretty good. I just don't think you need to go here. Steven Matz is good at limited damage. We got three elite spots on the slate. We don't need to get cute and mess around with the Braves. That's just my opinion. And, one reason why I don't want to play Fried is like the Mets have been hitting left-handed pitching really well. Even though they got a lot of lefties there, they've been doing work against left-handed pitching. So I'm not playing the Mets. If I wanted to punt somewhere, it would be like Todd Frazier. He's 2.7K. As like a punt one-off. But I don't even think I need to go there on this slate. There's just other cheap plays that are in better spots.
Title.
Yeah, I can't make a case for really anybody. Ronald Acuna, the only one, is the tournament one-off who will have below 5% ownership. You can swipe bags on Steven Matz, sorry. But yeah, I mean, you can get a home run and you can get 2 stolen bases from him, and he can break the slate at 5%. So that's the only guy. But again, why he's a tournament play is because him and Bellinger are the same price. Everyone's gonna play Bellinger instead of Acuna. So that's the only case I can make for any of these guys.
Let me don't correct. Just go with the mispronunciation. It's fine.
Well, that time I knew, so I had to do it.
You guys are like digging into this thing all day. I'm doing a million different things. So just let me. It's not Fried. It's free. It's not Mott's. It's Matt's. Big deal. Let me take care of that stuff. You doing it great. You guys give us the rundown. So let's get to the Yankees here.
I think Fried sounds better. So
it does. You know what? It's fine. The guy's awesome though. Okay, what are we doing here? I really like this Yankees offense. Again, they're just 20 runs, 13 runs. Every time I look up, they're in double digits, man. Now, we do have Martine Perez. Martine Perez just does not seem to give up a ton of hard contact, but he faced the Yankees, and he didn't do well. I mean, he lasted 3 innings, he got out, and then they got to turn it over to the bullpen. So the Yankees going up against a historically bad bullpen. I can't imagine Perez really getting deep into this game. And on the other side, I was telling you about Montgomery. Man, guy was spectacular in his last start with 9 Ks. The Boston offense has just been very mercurial, to say the least. AP on the Yankees side, who are we going to here? And are you going to have a stack of them tonight?
I mean, it's kind of hard to full stack them because if you do, you have to sacrifice the Dodger bats. Man, I like mix and matching a lot of these different bats, and I might mix Cleveland in there. Like you said, I mean, Perez he's had some okay games, just looking at some of his outings. And but man, I don't really care who's pitching against this Yankees team right now. They are just on another level. So I like Stanton. I like Voit. Luke Voigt's been hitting the ball really well. I mean, you can pick any of these guys. Like I think any of them will probably go off again tonight. So the only knock against them is if Perez has one of those games where he's limiting fly balls and hard contact, and if the temperatures drop a little bit. I think that's the only argument that you can make against the Yankees tonight. So again, they're going to be you got to figure they're going to be chalky, even with the Dodgers on the slate. So it's definitely an interesting spot.
Is next week the end of the season? 9 days? Because we got teams with 10 games, 11 games with all these double headers next week. This is it, guys. We are in the home stretch. I can't wait to the playoffs because I just feel I'll get a better sense of these games. We don't have this big a slate. It's more fun to bet on. The DFS thing is pretty fun too because you do have some slates there. But
I will say, if you've been fading the Yankees recently, and then now you're just going to hop onto them, I don't know if I'd do that against Perez because Perez could limit damage in a matchup like this.
Dude,
these
guys are healthy. They're just crushing the ball.
I'm saying if you have been in the camp where you've just been fading them going to other spots, here's what always happens in DFS. You make the move, you stack them up, and then they do nothing. And then you're incredibly tilted and you want to shut off and break your phone. And so we have two other really good spots. So I don't think you need to make a move and shift and force yourself to get those guys. Go with the Dodgers, go with the Indians. But I do like the Yankees. I will say that.
Good. I hate this course slate because title's not on the Yankees. That's the whole thing. It's just Doyers, play the Doyers all the time. But come on, man, you got to like some of these Yankees. Or is this a full fade for you? It can't be a fade.
No, not a full fade. I mentioned yesterday with Stanton's mispriced too, and he's mispriced again. 4.3K on DraftKings. That is a complete misprice. He's better than point per dollar. He's better than the Dodgers players. So I can't full fade the Yankees. Gleyber Torres 3.9K. Aaron Judge even at 5K. That's a little too much and a little close to the Dodgers with Corey Seager only a couple hundred more. But Gleyber Torres and Stanton are absolutely two Yankees I want. The thing is, again, Torres at shortstop. We have Chris Taylor and Corey Seager there as well. So that's a very loaded position, and decisions are going to have to be made. So, but I'm with AP. I think you made a great point. If you've been playing every day and you haven't played the Yankees in tournaments at all, don't jump on now. Just because they're going to bust eventually. It's baseball. And when they do and you play them for the first time, you are going to be so tilted at yourself. So just don't put yourself through that in case that happens. But I'm Dodgers for sure, as you mentioned. So Stanton by far is the best play in this game, and I want him everywhere.
You know what? If you are making 3 or 4 lineups tonight, don't listen to these. You guys are brilliant. I listen to you all the time. Don't listen to them for this advice. If you think the Yankees are going off, just play the Yankees. But doesn't mean that they're not going to go off just because you're playing them. You guys are so superstitious. Get superstition out of DFS.
It's all opportunity cost. I mean, if you think the Yankees are going to beat the Dodgers, then have no Dodgers and have Yankees. If you're making multiple lineups, I don't like to hedge myself too much and go different places. Make some stands and then mix in your secondary stacks or something like that. But I know what you're saying. Don't do something just because, superstition or that. You're going to be tilted at yourself when they do bust and you're playing for the first time in a month. That is true.
I know, because we've all felt that pain, right? Just always
absolutely.
And baseball is like the one sport where it's just so constant that of course this is going to happen to you multiple times. So I get what you guys are saying. I'm just, come on. If you like the Yankees, play who you like. That's what I'll say. Here we go. This is interesting. The Tampa Bay Rays implied total tonight is 5. I cannot imagine anybody's going to be on the Tampa Bay Rays tonight with all this other offense going on. Alex Cobb, 15% K rate, fine. XFIP, it's almost 4 3/4. I see both sides of these Rays just having a nice matchup here. And then Tyler Glass, forget about the Orioles. We're not even worrying about the Orioles. AP, any Rays?
Yeah, I mean, one of the problems, I like Nate Lowe. He's way too cheap, $2,900. But the problem is it comes down to opportunity cost. You got to sacrifice a big bet in Max Muncy or Luke Voigt. One of these guys are first base, third base eligible. But I think, as I'm rethinking my strategy, and I love these shows because I don't have all the answers yet. I'm still working through my process. These shows help to do that. Now I'm rethinking. I'm like, is it really smart to go with Barnhart when I could have a guy like Nate Lowe and then just spend up at catcher in one of these optimal spots? So I like Nate Lowe. He's too cheap. The matchup's great against, not necessarily do we want to pick on Alex Cobb, but if they get to him, this Orioles, bullpen is not good. Good park to be at, and the pricing's really good. So if you want to really, if you want a deeper tournament play, I think Brandon Lowe, just because he's 5,500. But man, Nate Lowe, he's way too cheap on this slate.
Will you have a one-off here, Title? Any chance from this game? Anything?
It's just the opportunity cost at different positions where I can't make a case. That's why my favorite one-off right now is the White Sox leadoff hitter, because second base is that bad and he's 2.7K. But I can't play outfielders or first base in this game. And they lost. Austin Meadows is on the 10-day DL now, and that's the best bat in that lineup. So I don't love this spot. On another slate maybe, but not today.
You love the Nick Madrigal. That's who you love.
Madrigal. Yep. Sox. I like that name, Madrigal.
Yeah. All right, here we go. AP, sit back and relax, buddy. This is Title's wheelhouse here. Do some Dodgers and some Rockies. Kick back and relax.
Well, where do I even start? Well, we're gonna start with the Dodgers because that is the side I have interest in, and you name anybody on this roster, and I have interest in them today. So I'll start with the value and make my way up. Rios, 3.4K. Just play him on DraftKings in the 7-hole, way too cheap. Best value on the slate. Gavin Lux, 4.4K. Nobody is going to play him, and this guy rakes. I had him last game in the core when he double dong. He's going to be very underowned because everyone's going to want different Dodgers. His price came up a little bit at 4.4K, though. He is the best Dodger tournament play that can win you the slate and make you different. Because he won't be played in Dodger stacks. That's a tournament play, not a cash play, though. And then we'll go to Chris Taylor, 4.8K in the 3-hole. That is value. He's 3.3K on FanDuel. That is really good value and very tough to ignore, but then you can't go Corey Seager unless you play him in the outfield. So the biggest decisions are going to be which Dodgers do you want, because you can't play all of them, but you want as many as you can. You want Mookie, you want Bellinger, you want Muncy, Seager, all of them. AJ Pollock is even too cheap at 4.2K. So how I'm going to break it down right now, I like Rios as my favorite. I want Max Muncy because he's first base and third base eligible, and third base isn't great, and he's 5.5K in the 4-hole. So I like Max Muncy a lot, and he's going to be one of them I get in. And then I'm going to have to pick two between like Betts, Bellinger, Seager, and Pollock. Pollock's going to be there if I need the savings because he is way too cheap at 4.2K, but it comes down to opportunity costs in the outfield where then you can't go Bellinger and Betts and all that. So, it's Rios, it's Muncy, it's Chris Taylor, and then I'm going to try and get Bellinger or Betts. I want Mookie. I have a slight lean Mookie just because he's batting leadoff instead of in the 5-hole, so he might get an extra at bat. He has a good stolen base upside. I just like Mookie Betts a little more today, but you can stack this lineup top to bottom. The only guy I wouldn't add in is Barnes, and that's just because I want other Dodgers instead of Barnes, even though he still is a fine play. But you can literally play any of the guys. It's just which ones go off.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking a little Lux Rios thing.
Yep.
I still love the Yankees. They finally got Judge and Stanton back-to-back. They're going LeMahieu, Judge, Stanton, Voit, Torres. Now, the 1 through 5 Yankee stack, probably a lot of people are – I don't want to say a lot of people are going to have it because you guys are even talking about it where –
It won't be that as chalky as you think because of the
last night it was anywhere between like 9 and 22%, right? Because Stanton was in the 20s. But, again, I like the idea here with a little bit of the bottom of the order going back up to the top. Anything on the Colorado side?
No, it's all the Dodgers.
AP, who are you playing tonight from this game?
Yeah, like Title said, he covered it perfectly. Like, this guy that's on the mound is not good. And, you can play any of these guys. I think it's even warm there, 84 degrees. I wish it was a little more humid. but you got some winds blowing out. I see 10 miles an hour. So it's just like a perfect hitting environment, perfect stadium. And here's the other thing is the Dodgers yesterday, Coors was just, absolutely about to bust last night. It wasn't until the very end they go off. In my opinion, I like to see that, and it makes me higher on them today because I feel like that's a ton of momentum they're going to carry into this game, into a better spot too, from a hitting standpoint. Like if they would have started out exploding against them and then tapered off, then you maybe could make a case. But man, they got a lot of momentum coming into tonight. So I'm not usually a Coors guy either. I had to change my background just for title down here. So I'm on board. Sign me up.
It's I mean, this is a bold call maybe, but this is the best spot of any team in this whole year for DFS.
So yeah, and it's rare. Like, how often do we see an 8-team total?
With like a 3.4K in Rios, who's like as value, and it's in my opinion, the best spot and the hardest to avoid. And of course, it lands on the DraftKings final. I mean, it's a crazy slate, but I cannot avoid this game at all today. And
I think these spots are we're going to see big scores tonight. It's just
definitely
that's the way it looks, and you don't want to miss out on some of these spots.
How are you and me smashing Naquin in there, AP? If we got all these outfilders now, there's no room.
You got to punt. You got to punt somewhere. That's for sure. Maybe Title's right with see. I don't with Nick Madrigal, if that's how you pronounce his name. Mm-hmm. You need 3 hits. He's not a power guy. He could get you 3 hits though. 3 hits, stolen base. Now you're just. I mean, that's tasty, and you're sitting good. But that's kind of what you need to.
I'm even fine taking a 3 or a 2. Even a 0 could be enough if it gets me an extra Dodger bat where other teams can't get that extra Dodger bat. And if they go off for 20 runs, you need 5 of them in your lineup. So that's just my thinking behind it. Yeah, but he doesn't have that home run upside. If a second baseman does go, bless you.
Thank you.
If a second baseman does go, yeah, definitely.
You heard that?
Yeah.
I hit the mute button. How'd you hear that?
But if a second, we did. But if a second baseman goes crazy up top, then the punt second baseman might not work. I'm just baking on that. What are your thoughts, AP?
Well, I'm just looking at this too, and the Dodgers. I mean, they just clinched the playoffs. We saw funky stuff last year, but it's not like this team is hitting really well right now. They need to get Max Muncy going, and so many people look at box scores, and if you look at his box score, you're like, oh. That's why I was thinking the Yankees would be more popular because play the Yankees. They've just been hitting so well. I definitely want to go overweight on Muncy because I feel like he could be under-owned. I mean, maybe not. I mean, the industry is definitely sharper, but 5,500 for a guy that's not hitting really well right now. But this is the perfect matchup for him. It should be like batting practice. He's got 2 home run upside tonight, and I don't want to miss out on something like that.
Okay. Royals, Brewers, title, Brewers, anything tonight? Going up against Danny Duffy?
Yeah, so I have a little interest, but again, that's all opportunity cost. But Avisail Garcia, 3K in the leadoff. He's too cheap, but again, you're going to have to sacrifice somewhere else. But he has one of the top values in point per dollar plays because he has power, he is batting leadoff, and Duffy isn't great. So I like him, and then I'll mention Tyron Taylor. I mentioned him, not Tyrod Taylor, Tyrone Taylor. 2.2K in the 6 hole. He is outfield again, but if you need if you have 2.2K left in your lineup in outfield, I'm fine playing him if you love your whole lineup. The kid's actually pretty good. He's in the 6 hole. I think the Brewers are in a decent spot, are going to put up some runs today and are going to be very under-owned. So those are the 2 I can make a case for, but that's it.
AP, I'm not bothering with your boys tonight, but do you have anything from this game?
Not really. I mean, I don't like to pick on Duffy. I'm not playing him either. I don't mind the guy Title was talking about just because he's so cheap. But this is just one of those games where not a lot excites me. I don't really like the pitching, and I don't like a lot of the bats here. If anything, you pick one cheapie like Taylor, and that's it, and you move on.
think we're going to need to find some more salary relief besides for Tyler Naquin tonight. I'm just trying to figure out.
What about Shogo and
there's
Barnhart?
Shogo, Taylor.
We got the Indians guys. We got Naquin. We got Luplow. We got
Madrigal or whatever.
Yeah,
Madrigal, who doesn't do anything. He hits one single and walks. You're gonna get your 5.
But but are you gonna play Jose Altuve? Are you gonna play Jose Altuve for 700 more or something?
Altuve can go eat his own face. He's so upset at him. Gavin Lux is your second baseman.
In tournaments, in cash, I can't pay 4.4K at second for Gavin Lux because then I would lose another Dodgers bat.
What about Austin Barnes?
I'd want more. I want a different Dodgers bat instead of catcher. Catcher's another punt. Whoever fits in my lineup, that's the last position I'll fill out.
Barnes is a punt too at 3-3. But
then you can't play more Dodgers.
I just feel like this core slate makes everything else suck. But we do like the Indians a little bit and the Yankees too. Arizona against Greinke, Houston against Zach Gallen.
I think we add that Taylor guy to the value list. I mean, his numbers look good.
He's good. I've watched him.
I mean,
he's pretty good.
Duffy's okay. Like Duffy's, I mean, he's a veteran. Like he doesn't have the stuff anymore. He's just situational smart. And so that's why, he knows how to get out of situations, but he's still getting hit hard. So that 2.2K guy looks like he has a lot of power or a decent amount of power for his price. So, and he hasn't struck out a lot. So I like that. I like that call, Title.
All right.
Hopefully it works out. But he's good.
Hopefully it does.
But no interest in that other game. I mean, most of these games we're about to get to, I don't have too much interest. So you can skip me on the Houston, Arizona. I will have nobody.
In Minnesota, Chicago?
Nobody.
Okay. AP, anything from those 2 games?
Let's see. Arizona, I mean, no. So Astros haven't been hitting well at all, which you could play Zach Gallen, but why not just play Glasnow? So it's just one of those situations. It's like, is there someone better? Is he the same price or cheaper? Yes. And no, I don't have a lot of interest in any parts of the Astros game. What was the other one?
It doesn't matter what the next one was.
The Cubs, Minnesota. I doubt you have any interest there either. Wind blowing in.
I mean, with the winds blowing in and it being cold, you could definitely play the pitchers in that game. And Rich Hill, which is what Title mentioned earlier.
All right, this is going to be something. See, the Angels' offense, I got to stop looking back and saying, I got burned on this. The Angels' offense just not good, but they got a nice implied total, 5.25 tonight. Now they're going to have an opener in Herger. Don't worry about that. It's just going to be a bullpen game here for the Rangers. We're not going to worry about the Rangers bats because they stink. But AP, since I know that our boy Title is probably going to say go to the next game, we might have a one-off. Can we play any Angels tonight?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about bullpen games is, we don't know exactly what the matchups are going to be. And again, I'll reiterate, and, you might be bored of hearing this, but we got three to four really elite spots on the slate. I don't think we need to go here. And the Angels haven't been getting it done for me, so I'm not about to go and pay, $6K for Trout or Rendon. Not knowing who, if they're going to get a lefty, I might have a little bit more interest, but no, I don't see myself playing anyone in this game.
Title, one off, nothing.
The best plays are Upton, or the best values are Upton and Adele at 3.5K and 2.8 respectively, but it's in the outfield and the opportunity cost, so it's a no for me.
I mean, okay, so Beret has not been good. He gives up a lot to lefties. I mean, you could play like an Odor for a one-off. I mean, that guy's getting you a 0 or he's getting you a home run. That is what it is. And in tournaments, I think you could play him.
I would be depending on the lineup. You can Willie Calhoun and Tavares, 2.1K, both of them. Again, it's in the outfield. I probably would rather get up to our Brewers dude, but it's 2.1K. If you don't have the $100 and you need to drop down, and Willie Calhoun, he has a little bit of power, so you can do that as a last piece. But I wouldn't love it.
So Oakland is going up against Logan Webb, the top pitching prospect for the Giants, who is he's just blah. Like, if I needed a number 5 starter right now, he would be the guy. He just does nothing for me. He goes 5 innings. He gives up hits. He doesn't give up a lot of runs. He doesn't strike anybody out. So that's where he is. AP, anything from this game?
No, I mean, no, I don't want to play the Giants. And like you said, I don't really want to play. Like, I could see Oakland doing something. I don't feel the need to go there tonight. You know, I've already crossed them off my list. So, and I don't like that park either. It never does me any good.
Hit the like button, guys. We got over 215 now, and then we only got 80 likes. You get another 20 likes. One of you is going to win from some Run Pure Sports gear. Title, I'm not even going to bother with you. The only thing here is that Seattle and the Padres, like, you guys were talking about Kikuchi, but gosh, I mean, the Padres bat still, any night they can go off. Nobody's going to be on this offense, right? And it reminds me of the Twins last year. They just hit bombs, and they hit bombs from every single part of their order, 1 through 9. All these guys can go deep. Like Profar, how many times have we seen Profar just – it really is amazing how fun this offense is. It's the White Sox. I would love a White Sox-Padres World Series. Gosh, that would be so much fun. Although Profar, it's been a while since he hit a home run. Can you make a case, Title, for any Padres tonight?
In tournaments, yeah, I could absolutely. I mean, if you want to go Tatis, Machado, because those are 2 shortstop and third base, decent positions, but it's not the outfield with tons of options. So that mini stack will be 2% owned, and if they bomb as a late night hammer, you will be flying up their leaderboards. But it's just tournaments only, and that's all I can make a case for.
AP?
No, I mean, I'll go back to Kikuchi. Like, I think I might go all in on this guy as my SP2, and hopefully I get the bat stacked right, and hopefully, you know, I'm sitting back enjoying my whiskey, and I can just sweat out this Kikuchi guy and to take down all the money. But no, honestly, though, here's the thing. They got 6 bats, the Padres do. I respect their offense. This isn't a knock on them. They obviously absolutely crushed the ball. But against left-handed pitching, they got 6 bats with strikeout rates 25% and higher. And Kikuchi's been, I mean, man, he has a 26% strikeout rate on the season, a 3.3 xFIP. I mean, his numbers look good. He could obviously get blown up by this lineup, but I like the risk. I think there's a lot of risk reward with using Kikuchi as a salary relief option tonight.
11 shy, guys. 11 shy. Just 11 more likes. One of you's getting some swag. All right, stack time. Title, the Dodgers, and then who's 2 and 3?
Dodgers, Los Angeles Dodgers, and the Doyers.
All 3 of them. All 3 of them.
It's I'm literally just stacking the Dodgers, and I'm gonna find value elsewhere. I can't even make a case for.
God, I hope they come through for you. I mean, that would suck so bad if they end up like 2 runs.
I mean, I'll be like, all right, well, the process was right. I mean, it happens. I literally just do not see them failing today. This guy is a gas can on the mound. But yeah,
AP, it's the Dodgers, Indians, and Yankees, right? What's the order?
Yeah, I think you said it. I think Dodgers, Indians, Yankees. And I'm just going on who has the best matchup in these gas can pitchers. And I'm going to give the edge from an ownership standpoint and pitching matchup to the Indians slightly over the Yankees tonight.
One more. You guys got it. One more like. Oh, boy.
Home run calls, right?
Yeah, home runs are one-offs. Either one. I kind of like both of them. Personally, just for me, I like one-offs more just because I think it's more useful than predicting home runs. But if you want to give some home runs, go for it, guys. Let's go. Who's first? AP or Title?
Go ahead, Title.
So my one-off is going to be, I'm just calling him leadoff hitter for the White Sox, Marigal, whatever his name is, 2.7K because of position eligibility. Yes, I know I botched it, but merry-go-round, 2.7K White Sox.
I don't care that you botched it. I just can't stand Nick Madrigal. This guy drives me nuts. But you don't care about taking a 0. If you want a 0 to 5 tonight, play Nick Madrigal. If you're going all in on the Dodgers and you just copy Title's core, go play Nick Madrigal. Fine.
Yep, and go win all the money, hopefully. All right, but home run call, Gavin Lux. He's gonna be 5% owned in Coors in the best offense, maybe under 5% owned. I don't know.
What?
Yes, yeah, because it's because you want other Dodgers, and are you gonna pay 4.4K when Corey Seager's less than 1,000 less, when there's Chris Taylor 400 more. I mean, people hate stacking the bottom of the order in any lineup, and Gavin Lux is gonna be criminally underowned. He's gonna win people a lot of money. I mean, yes. So Gavin Lux, underowned dong of the day.
I need a punt at shortstop is what I need, but all right.
I'll look for you while AP's talking.
I mean, I'm not going to go Nico Goodrum, am I? I'm not going to go Anderson Tejeda, am I? I don't know. You help me out.
I'll look for you.
All right, thank you very much. And then AP, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm going to say Max Muncy gets it going tonight. Gets us a home run and a little bit more than that. I think he's going to get us like a home run, maybe a double. I think he's going to put up a good score. And then, one other thing, like I'm not locking in Tyler Glasnow. Like, the guy, he just hammers the strike zone and he pounds it with fastballs, and he's going to get, like, he's been giving up a bomb or two. So I'm looking at this. You got DJ Stewart, 2.3K. You got Chance Cisco, 3.6. You got a lot of cheap guys. And as a one-off, I'm going to say DJ Stewart, 2.3K. Man, you got Cedric Mullins. One of them's hitting a home run. So if you're in a mean, throw one in. And I think you can even play them in your Glasnow lineups, like in tournaments, because no one's going to do that. Like, no one plays a hitter against a pitcher. No one does that. And so you're going to automatically be different. And I like it because the guy's just going to throw strikes tonight.
Uncle T wants some Camargo tonight. That's amazing.
So yeah, I was looking at shortstop for you, Holden. You can't punt shortstop. The cheapest I would go is Gleyber Torres at 3.9K, which is a value. But I mean, there's so much Corey Seager, Taylor, Gleyber Torres. You can't punt.
Just can't do it, huh?
Second base is that bad? That's why I keep bringing up merry-go-round.
God, I can't do that, man. He just sucks so bad.
But, all right, Josh Van. Then you're paying up. Josh Van Meter's 2.3K against Greinke. It's second base is the position to punt, in my opinion, in cash, and in tournaments it's Gavin Lux because people will be punting.
All right, very good. Anything else you guys want to throw in there? I mean, if you want to stay on longer, I can always tell you. I can go down the wormhole and
I'll throw in something. It's Nuggets season plus 2,500. I got them in August back to win it all, and I'm not hedging yet. It's Nuggets season. I know AP isn't gonna like that though.
Oh, man, the thing is, the Lakers match up perfectly against this team. They got all the bigs, so it's going to be tough.
I think they both match out well.
I would love to see it, but I think it's going to be tough. Like I think it could be like a 4-0 sweep, but
I hope
I know.
not,
it's just looking at the matchups. It's nothing except for that. They got the wings that can guard Murray and they can shut down Jokic. So they need the Nuggets need these other guys to step up, and they got to play their best players. So we'll see what Malone does.
Hey, you guys have the chat up? You guys have the chat up?
I do.
To pick somebody out to win the.
All right, so. I landed on Joey Work and then captain. Oh gosh, I can't do that. All right, so I got Costa.
Yeah.
Costa 2-6.
No, Costa's been complaining the last 5 weeks that he hasn't gotten his flag yet. Get Costa out of here. He's going to get his stuff, but Costa's got to get patient, man.
All right.
You know, he's like the guy in Goodfellas, Morty, just wouldn't stop. Where's my money? Where's my money? All of a sudden, Morty and his wife done in the car. I'm not saying that's going to happen to you, Costa. I love you and thank you. We need the subs. I'm just saying, like Morty.
All right. Bono 6699. He has his RPS. Yeah. He has his RPS picture too. He said, "Any love for Bassett tonight?" And I do have a little love for Bassett. As a pitch, I mean, I have a tight core, so Bassett would fall down a little list, but he's definitely in the player pool of making multiple lineups. But Bono 6699.
Okay, go email at info@runpuresports. info@runpuresports. Yeah, good job, Joey Work. Way to get some swag, buddy.
Yeah, that's funny.
I love the bet side too, man. I love this stuff. We have such a great team on both sides. Good job, AP. Way to go. Very smart hiring me for this. That's it. We're done, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go keep grinding. I got a college football show. I'm taping with Mangone and Bruce, our college guy. So that's coming up tonight. And then the next time you'll see me, I take my Saturdays off. Next time you see me, me and JSU getting you ready for lock on Sundays from 11:30 to 12:30. I'm telling you, I've been doing the show with this guy for 3 years, and all he does is print. He had the Rogers core last week. It was amazing. And we got Print Factory tonight at 8 o'clock. The Print Factory, that's a huge show too. Is that Big T and Hoop? What do we got tonight? Big T and Hoop on the Print Factory? All right, very good.
Yeah, I think so.
Enjoy course tonight, guys. Hope it works out. I hope it doesn't work out for you because I'm going to go back to the Yankees a little bit here. But
hey, we got a little side bet on Yankees Dodgers. I smell some action.
I'm going to bet I want your glasses if I win. That's all I want. I want your glasses, dude. I need some new ones. Are those trifocals? What are those?
No, it's I've been staring at a computer all day. It's just so it helps your eyes.
I need them. I'm going blind, dude. All right, for AP and Title and Ryan back in the studio, the captain, I'm Holden, and hope you win tonight.
Good luck.